Hello everybody, Sean here, and we're looking at the final boss of the Dark Souls 2 DLC, Sunken King. And the final boss is Sin itself, but it's Sin with an H, and it's actually a dragon. But it's the dragon you've seen several times, and he's just taking a bit of a breather before you come in. He's been flying around, needs to take a bit of a nap. Before going into the fight, one thing you should note is he likes to spew out toxic chemicals from his mouth. So if you have anything that's going to give you bonus resistance to toxic and or poison, make sure to use those before going in. And of course, as I noted in the Alana video, if you have the spell Denial or if you have any sort of magical enhancements you can cast on yourself, make sure to do so. Every little bit helps. Now, he is a dragon, as you can see, and this isn't the first time we've had to deal with a dragon in Dark Souls, or Dark Souls 2 for that matter, so you should have a basic idea of already what to do here, and that is to get to his hind legs. Pretty well every four-legged large creature in the Dark Souls games has the unique weakness of that if you go behind their hind legs, they pretty well can't attack you. In this case, From Software, the developer, thought about this and instituted a few ways for the dragon to protect himself, but they're very easily countered. So basically what you want to do is constantly be aggressive with this dragon. I highly recommend you wear light to medium armor. If you're wearing like Havel's armor, you're going to have a bad time because he's just going to run you down constantly and hit you. Definitely recommend a lighter build for this. However, you might be able to pull it off at Havel's. By all means, give it a try, but just be prepared to lighten the load a little bit. So, constantly, as you can see, just get to his hind legs, get to his hind legs. He has two means of really getting you away from his hind legs. One, I should say three, because he can fly into the air, so that's one way he could do so. The other way is he will rear up on his hind legs and shoot poison gas down right where you're standing. When he does that, make sure you get behind him to where his tail is located. You'll see me do this several times. Throw this right there. Perfect timing. So you see, I just come to his tail and I start swatting at his tail instead. Eventually, you will cut the tail off, so you'll have to swat at where it kind of connects to his body. Now, the one thing about fire attacks in this game, as many of you probably know, is that the hitboxes for them could be a little tricky to kind of know, am I going to get hit, am I not going to get hit? So it's a safe bet to just make sure you don't go any closer to him than where the end of his tail is after it's been cut off. Any closer than that and you risk getting hit by the, not fire, but the toxic gas, I guess. You can see I keep a very good distance pretty well at all times when he's doing that. If you have a longer weapon, of course, like a polearm, or if you have spells, then you're going to be in for a better time there. His second form of getting you away from his legs is a little trickier to see because the camera's kind of so close to your character, but what he'll do is he'll kind of tilt his head to one side or the other. You see it right there. Perfect timing again, video. It's like I planned this or something. But he'll tilt his head to the side and then spew toxic gas down that side of his body. So when you're attacking his legs, try to keep the camera so that you can at least view not even necessarily his head, but at least his neck, so you can see if his neck is turning to the side of his body that you're on, and if it is, make sure you quickly get to the other side, or else you are going to take a hit. Anytime he flies into the air like this, just chase after him. Get underneath him, not directly. Try to kind of run past him so that when he lands, you're behind him, or at the very best beside him. One thing to keep in mind, when he does land, he can land on you. So you want to, when you're running towards him, you kind of want to run at a slight angle as to best avoid getting landed on, because you do see a couple times in this video where I do have him land directly on me because I'm directly beneath him as opposed to being slightly to the side. But just keep on his hind legs, keep attacking, you should be able to take him down pretty quickly. He's actually, in my opinion, a little easier than the Alana fight. But there you go. I hope this helps. I thank you for watching, and we'll see everyone next time.